Hello there. Thank you for joining us on this special edition of NAPTIP On The Move. I'm Angela Agwegi. 30th of July every year has been set aside by the United Nations to commemorate the World Day Against Human Trafficking. To mark this day, NAPTIP and its partners organized a series of events. Our package today will enlighten you more about the World Day Against Human Trafficking, the theme for this year, and of course, bring you sights and sounds of the activities. It's a must-watch. Stay with NAPTIP On The Move.
NAPTIP recently organized a press conference on the World Day Against Human Trafficking, held at the agency's headquarters. Development partners in attendance include the International Organization for Migration, IOM, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, and FIAP under the Action Against Trafficking in Persons and Smuggling of Migrants. The Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, addressed the forum.
I'm delighted to welcome our esteemed media partners to this press conference, which is one activity lined up to commemorate the 2022 World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. I wish to especially thank the media community for the robust and sustained support to the agency and your renewed commitment to the fight against human trafficking since my assumption in office. NAPTIP under my watch has enhanced its visibility with a strengthened cordial working relationship with the media. In 2013, the United Nations General Assembly held a high-level meeting and designated July 30th as the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. This resolution declared that such a day was necessary to raise awareness of the situation of victims of human trafficking, the promotion and protection of their rights, and mobilize political will and resources to address this global problem. Since this declaration, various state parties, including Nigeria, have been taking several actions to commemorate this day every year.
She then revealed the theme for the 2022 World Day Against Human Trafficking.
This year's celebration is very unique because we have the full involvement and active support of all our major partners and stakeholders. These are partners that have stood by us, consistently supported our work, and have continued to show remarkable interest in curbing human trafficking in Nigeria. The United Nations has chosen the theme, Use and Abuse of Technology, for this year. This theme focuses on the role of technology as a tool that can enable as well as impede human trafficking. This theme is timely, couldn't have come at a better time, considering the fact that human traffickers now operate online as much as they operate offline. The internet provides easy access to a larger pool of potential victims because geographical limitations no longer exist, thereby increasing the ease with which traffickers can locate and recruit their victims, control and organize transportation for victims, communicate amongst perpetrators, and hide criminal proceeds. At NAPTIP, we have seen an increase in fake job advertorials, fake scholarships via social media, as traffickers use it to recruit and catfish unsuspecting victims. Traffickers also use technology to control their victims. While technology is frequently misused to facilitate trafficking in persons, Its positive use helps in combating trafficking and supports anti-trafficking work, such as aiding investigations, that in turn enhances prosecutions, scaling awareness campaigns, development of technology-based tools that support victims and survivors, and enhancing international cooperation.
Officials from IOM, UNODC and FIAP also made speeches.
Traffickers are using social media to identify, to groom and recruit their victims, including children, through emails and messaging services that are being used for the moral cohesion of the victims. And online platforms allow traffickers to widely advertise their services provided by victims, including child pornographic material. Prevention and awareness-raising activities or the safe use of the internet and social media have the potential to help mitigate the risk of people falling victim of trafficking online. Hence, the cooperation with the private sector is important to harness innovation and expertise for the development of sustainable technology-based solutions to support prevention and combat human trafficking.
The 2020 UNODC Global Report on Trafficking in Persons reported that the use of internet has been integrated into the business model of traffickers, and it facilitates the luring of victims into sexual exploitation, forced labor, and forced criminality. NAPTIP 2021 data indicates that cases of suspected human trafficking are being reported across all Nigerian states. Most of those victims, their families and communities can only be reached through communication channels at the grassroots. Therefore, mobilizing the states, local governments, and eventually communities is key in our national response.
We are celebrating the fight we are doing against trafficking in persons, and this is very important. Technology has a significant role to play in combating human trafficking, with millions of Nigerians, especially young people, that have access to technology devices. It is still to teach them how they can use technology tools to detect and disrupt activities of human traffickers.
Members of the press asked questions, made comments and observations which were duly addressed by the Director General, who highlighted some of the agency's online efforts in the fight against human trafficking. The press conference is the very first event in the lineup of activities for the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, organized by the agency and development partners, which is celebrated on the 30th day of July every year. A film by the NAPTIP Drama Club titled Pound of Heart was premiered at the Silverbird Cinema in Abuja. This started with the arrival of invited guests and the Director General of NAPTIP.
The conceptualization of this particular film that focuses on trafficking in persons for organ removal started way before, and that is to tell you how progressive NAPTIP is and how progressive the members, our partners are, and how progressive the members of the drama club is. I've been privileged to see an advanced screening of the film. I'll leave it to you to give them their rating. We all know that when we talk about awareness creation, we can't have enough of it. So having different layers of awareness creation, consistently putting out information out there is very key. It's our responsibility to also educate our friends, educate our family members.
The coordinator of NAPTIP Drama Club gave an insight on the film, Pound of Heart.
The movie we are about to watch, Pound of Heart, was conceived by NAPTIP Drama Club, ably supported by the DG of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, as a means of amplifying enlightenment around the subject, to deter the crime and inform those at risk on reporting channels. The movie initial script was developed by one of the members of this great club, Mr. Olariwanjo Elegbidi. The video was directed by Samuel Koroji, a very hard-working member of the club, and of course the drama club, and it was set in Lagos and Abuja. So this film we're about to watch took place in Abuja and Lagos.
Monsa is a long distance to Uhuru community, and our partners at the Nigerian Police Force are fully on alert. We are so sorry for the delay, ma.
Madam, it's tough on us as well, but justice must prevail.
But Madam Coco,
Lady G,
I've been wondering, why is there so much increment in the price of organs these days?
Hey, Lady G, you talk as if you are new to this business.
I am not new.
You see, the 30% increase in price of organs is due to global demand.
You're right.
And again, the security at the airport is so tight. Exactly. Even these small boys called police, they think they can stop us on the business, but we are on top of the game. Easy. Hello, Mr. Fred.
Good morning, NAPTIP.
Any update from your end?
The principal suspect has cancelled his flight. No further action. We may have to strengthen the domestic surveillance at both countries.
Thank you for the prompt response.
No wahala. Bye.
Guys, let's go back to work.
Yeah.
You come out! Lay your cloth! Hurry up! Out!
Relax. Calm down. Now, man, you be If you get there now, you no go remember me again. See the way you are shaking. Relax.
My daughter Ngozi is alive. Having listened to both the defense and the prosecution counsel, this court hereby finds the defendants guilty of all alleged crimes of procurement and recruitment of persons for the sole purpose of organ harvesting. They are hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment each. I so judge.
The panel discussion on the nexus between trafficking in persons for the purpose of organ removal and organ donation by Wura Adebayo from the Federal Ministry of Health, Chiere Ayo from SOAR Initiative, a non-governmental organization, and Daniel Atokolo, Director, Investigation and Monitoring Department, NAPTIP, set the tone for contributions, questions, comments and observations from the audience. In attendance were officials from FIAP, the ATIPSOM Project, UNODC, Expertise France, non-governmental organizations, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, directors and officers of NAPTIP. The film was sponsored by FIAP under the Action Against Trafficking in Persons and Smuggling of Migrants project funded by the European Union. The NAPTIP sensitization walk to mark the World Day Against Human Trafficking, which started from the old parade ground at Area 10 in Abuja, was led by the Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi.
So the essence of this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons is for people globally to create awareness on issues of human trafficking and promote and protect the rights of victims, as well as galvanize political will and resources to address this global problem. and Nigeria has been participating with other countries around the world since 2013, and 2022 is no different. So the theme for this year is use and abuse of technology. For us in NAPTIP, we've seen an increase, we've seen a shift from physical recruitment to online recruitment. So I believe the theme for this year is timely. It couldn't have come at a better time, considering the fact that the crimes of human trafficking is evolving. The antics of human traffickers are also evolving. So it's a good time to sensitize not just young people, to sensitize everyone on the use, on the responsible use of the internet.
Moving from Area 10 to Area 11 and to Central Business District, officers of NAPTIP used the opportunity to sensitize people, giving out NAPTIP's information, education and communication materials to the general public. The walk ended at the Unity Fountain, Maitama, where the Director General, NAPTIP, thanked all present for participating. Some partners present commended the agency and pledged continued support.
We are here today to support NAPTIP, and I must say I am really impressed by the turnout of people that came out to support NAPTIP this morning on the anti-human trafficking walk. And I know NAPTIP is doing a very good job under the able DG. I must commend her for the job done so far. I'm impressed that we are going this route, educating the youths, because Nigeria, in terms of human trafficking, we are experiencing a lot of brain drain in the country. As an organization, FORCHEM is giving a commitment that we're going to, not just this occasion, we're going to partner with NAPTIP going forward.
I bring you warm greetings from our founder, the chairman, Sir Dr. Emikofo, and he has given his warm assurance that we are with you in this because it's a collective effort to stopping human trafficking.
The over 5-kilometer walk had in attendance partners from the International Organization for Migration, Action Against Trafficking in Persons and Smuggling of Migrants, Fortem Microfinance Bank, Sir Emeka Ofor Foundation, security agencies including Department of State Services, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigeria Correctional Service, National Emergency Management Agency, Network Against Child Trafficking, Abuse and Labor, and other non-governmental organizations, including the Sir Optimist International and students.
Hope you're enjoying our package. There is more. Don't go away.
An inter-university debate organized by NAPTIP in collaboration with its partners, specifically the International Center for Migration Policy Development, ICMPD, was based on the theme for this year, Use and Abuse of Technology. Welcoming all guests present, the Director General of NAPTIP said that the theme for this year is apt.
Human traffickers now operate online as much as they operate offline. For the young people here, for every opportunity you get, keep educating yourself, keep educating others about issues of human trafficking, and be circumspect about the kind of offers you get, whether for jobs or for scholarships. For now, we have North Cyprus is now a destination for fake scholarships. Dubai is now a destination for fake jobs. So when you get any offer, you need to ask questions.
Representative of the International Center for Migration Policy Development commended NAPTIP for the initiative.
I want to start by first congratulating the Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri, for this innovation of organizing an inter-university debate on anti-human trafficking. We are very delighted to be here to listen to the different views that will be presented today in the course of this debate. The inter-university debate is an activity we are supporting under the Netherlands-funded Nigerian project.
Goodwill messages were delivered by representatives from the Nigeria Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, Federal Character Commission and ECOWAS Commission. The debate, which was moderated by Nelio Huche, had a 3-member panel of judges and a timekeeper. The 2 participating schools were Bayes University and Veritas University.
Technology has come into our lives, and we can say that technology has improved our lives. It has improved better jobs. It has made our lives much more easier. However, technology has negatively impacted the world of human trafficking because it has enabled giving more ammunition to these traffickers. How has technology done that? Well, first of all, now traffickers use technology to profile, recruit, and exploit their victims.
Technology has created an alternative, which means that disincentivized the motive that exists for people to traffic. That is, it creates an alternative engaging mechanism for them to engage in certain desires that they want to fulfill. So in most instances, people are less likely going to traffic people to work on farmlands where tractors exist, because we think that the cost push factor there will also work in favor of technology, because we think it is easier to buy a tractor than to carry out a craft to one cross-border trafficking from Africa to go and work in a farm plantation where you have to feed these victims and you are more likely going to die after hard labor. Now, how efficient they are is something that we should not even ask as a question in the debate. So if you have more tractors working in the farm, less humans are going to be needed.
After the interesting debate on the role of technology as a tool that can enable and impede human trafficking, one of the judges, Kelechi Amadi, announced that the final lap will take place at the grand finale for the week-long events. The debate ended with a vote of thanks by the NAPTIP Director of Public Enlightenment, Josiah Emerole.
It is still within the confines of NAPTIP looks up. That's the wrong one.
A novelty football match between Team NAPTIP and the selected team from the Federal Public Service Games, FEPSGA, was held at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Director General of NAPTIP, Dr. Fatima Waziri Azi, used the opportunity to sensitize the public.
Traffickers know that young people are always very open to any sports opportunities, so they capitalize on that, deceive these young people, tell them they can get them contracts in other countries and take them to where they want to go. So definitely there is a very strong nexus between sports and trafficking in persons, and we know that a lot of young people are involved in sports activities, which was why we felt it was important for us to collaborate and also use this platform to further sensitize not just young people, also sensitize their parents, for them to be able to recognize the red flags. When someone comes to you and tells you there is sports agents and they have an opportunity for you, the first question you should ask them is, do you have a clearance certificate from NAPTIP? We currently have what we call the Trafficking in Persons Control of Activities and Organizations Regulation 2019. And what this regulation does is it gives NAPTIP the powers to regulate, control, and issue clearance certificates to tour operators, to travel agents, and to individuals who are looking to travel out for the purposes of educational excursion, for sporting activities, for cultural activities, and also organizations and centers that work in the area of human trafficking.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Labour, Daju Kachalom, spoke at the event.
The Ministry of Labour and Employment are working together with many MDAs. We have a National Steering Committee against child labour, human trafficking and forced labour. We have a tripartite agreement with ILO and USDO, social partners, UNICEF and so many others to ensure that human trafficking is stopped in Nigeria, which is being led by NAPTIP.
Afterwards, the Director General of NAPTIP was led by the National President of FEPSGA, Comrade Aluku Amebi, to kickstart the football match. After a tough match between the two teams, the NAPTIP football team emerged winner with 2 goals as against 1 goal scored by the selected team from Thepska. Management of the agency hosted a party for survivors, including those at the NAPTIP and Whatclef shelter. The Director, Counseling and Rehabilitation, Kehinde Akomolafe, welcomed all present, while the Director General in her speech reiterated the commitment of the agency to ensuring their well-being. There were songs and dance performances. The quiz between survivors of NAPTIP and Whatclef shelter was particularly interesting. The children had lots to eat and gifts to remember the day.
We can go on, but time will not permit us. So I urge you to join us next week when we bring you more activities organized to raise awareness and promote, as well as protect the rights of victims of trafficking. Thank you for watching NAPTIP on the Move. My name is Angela Agwegi. Bye for now.